The late 19th century saw the rise of Zionism. This movement sought to create a Jewish state in their historic homeland, Palestine. At the time, the area was part of the vast Ottoman Empire. Palestine was home to a diverse population. Muslims, Christians, and Jews lived together. The arrival of Zionist ideals, however, began to shift the dynamics in the region. The Zionist movement gained traction. More Jews, facing persecution in Europe, saw Palestine as a safe haven. They began migrating to the region. This migration worried the existing Arab population. They were concerned about their own future and place within a changing Palestine. The stage was being set for one of the most enduring conflicts of our time. The Ottoman Empire, for its part, struggled to manage these rising tensions. World War I loomed on the horizon. Global power dynamics were shifting, and the future of Palestine, like many other territories, hung in the balance. The Ottoman Empire's weakening grip on the region would have profound consequences. World War I dramatically reshaped the Middle East. The Ottoman Empire, allied with Germany and Austria-Hungary, was on the losing side. As the empire crumbled, the fate of its territories, including Palestine, became uncertain. Great Britain, a rising power, saw an opportunity. In 1917, the British government issued the Balfour Declaration. This document promised support for the creation of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. The declaration was a double-edged sword. While it pleased the Zionists, it alarmed the Palestinian Arabs. The declaration also promised to protect the rights of non-Jewish communities in Palestine. However, this promise proved difficult to keep. After the war, the League of Nations granted Great Britain a mandate over Palestine. The British Mandate, as it was known, was intended to be a temporary arrangement. The goal was to prepare Palestine for eventual independence. However, the task proved immensely challenging. The British found themselves caught between competing claims and aspirations. Jewish immigration to Palestine increased, further escalating tensions. Clashes between Arabs and Jews became more frequent. World War II brought fresh horrors, particularly the Holocaust. The genocide of European Jews intensified the call for a Jewish state. In 1947, the United Nations proposed a solution, the Partition Plan. This plan divided Palestine into two states, one Jewish and one Arab, with Jerusalem as an international zone. The Jewish leadership accepted the plan. The Palestinian Arabs, however, rejected it. They saw it as an unfair solution, especially given that they made up the majority of the population. Neighboring Arab states also opposed the partition. Tensions reached a boiling point. On May 14, 1948, David Ben-Gurion declared the establishment of the State of Israel. This declaration triggered the first Arab-Israeli war. Neighboring Arab countries, seeking to aid the Palestinian Arabs, invaded the newly formed state. The war resulted in a decisive victory for Israel. It expanded its territory beyond the UN-designated borders. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were displaced, becoming refugees. This period is known as the Nakba, the catastrophe in Arabic. The 1949 armistice agreements did not bring peace. Tensions between Israel and its Arab neighbors remained high. The following decades were marked by border skirmishes and political maneuvering. In 1967, these simmering tensions erupted into the Six-Day War. Israel, perceiving an imminent threat, launched a preemptive strike against Egypt, Jordan, and Syria. The war lasted 6 days, ending in a stunning Israeli victory. Israel captured the West Bank, Gaza Strip, East Jerusalem, the Golan Heights, and the Sinai Peninsula. The Six-Day War had profound consequences. It reshaped the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. The war also exacerbated the plight of Palestinian refugees. Hundreds of thousands more were displaced. The international community grappled with the war's aftermath. The UN Security Council passed Resolution 242, calling for Israel's withdrawal from occupied territories and a just and lasting peace in the region.